Sports Talk World, what's going on? It's Terrence McCoy here. You know what I can't stand? We watch a great game. Two teams, go knuckle to knuckle, battle to battle, blow for blow. But here we are today, talking about the officiating. Yes, it happened. Virginia got away for double dribble, but also there was a foul on Auburn. Looking at the comments, I was kind of confused because I was like, how was that a bad call? What did I miss? It had me thinking, a lot of people don't watch basketball, but when March Madness comes on, they tune in. It's funny because I had people watching this, shout out to y'all, who knows absolutely nothing about basketball, but I educated them on March Madness just a little bit because I've been talking about it for the past couple of weeks. So I'm going to give you a little rundown on how that was a double dribble and how that was a foul. On the double dribble, you see Jerome bouncing the ball up the court, boom, 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 dribble, dribble, dribble. The ball bounced off the back of his foot. He then again picks the ball up with both his hands and continues his dribble. That's a double dribble. Once you already start dribbling and you touch the ball with two hands and dribble again, it's a turnover. Should have been Auburn's ball. Didn't happen that way. Honestly, in fast time, I missed it. Maybe because, I kind of blinked too hard. But I missed it. Then I saw the replay, and I was like, oh, okay. Virginia did get away with one. So, it happened. That's why I am very, very happy I am not a ref, and I don't plan to be a ref. On the Auburn side, you have to give the shooter room to land. You see Kyle Guy go for his jumper. You clearly see the defender coming. First of all, he didn't go for the block. He just ran, with his hands up. Like, come on, bruh. And his whole chest was on his leg. And you see Kyle Guy land and he falls because he had no room. The defender was all up in his space. Didn't give him that room to land. So the ref's going to call that 10 times out of 10. Especially if the ref is like right there in plain sight. He's going to call it. And like, can you imagine if he didn't make that call? The Virginia fans will be at his neck, especially what they've been through last year. That ref would have been on 24/7 watch. But that's what happened. Calls were missed. That was a good call. It happened. Wasn't the outcome of the game. Well, you can say that foul was the outcome of the game, but overall, nobody's talking about how Auburn went 9 for 31, only shot 29% from the three ball. Pretty much that's what got them there, shooting the threes, and you only shot 29%. After I said Auburn was third in the country when hitting the three ball, and they ran to a Virginia team that I said only makes their opponents only shoot 28% from the three-point line, and like suffocates them. They allow their opponents no type of room when it comes to shooting. So a good three-point shooting team ran into a great defense. And check this out. Bryce Brown and Jared Harper against Kentucky. Against Kentucky. 26 points for Harper. 24 points for Brown. Against Virginia, Bryce Brown dropped 12 points. Jared Harper dropped 11. That just shows how dominant Virginia defense is. And defense prevailed. Auburn did go on a run late. They went on a 14-0 run, especially when Jerome got out because he committed his fourth foul, so he had to go on the bench. Then he was like, oh, nah, Jerome, we need you back in the game, buddy. Virginia went on the 6-1 run in the final 17 seconds. So Virginia suffocated Auburn with that defense, and defense won. Defense win championships, and that's why they're moving on. We look at Texas Tech and Michigan. Texas Tech defense is just like they're just angry. They're stingy, like 4 blocks and the 4 steals. And I'm not talking about the steals, the bad pass, turnover. I'm talking about, give me that, like strap your hand type steals. That's what got Michigan State. They allow Michigan State to only have 51 points. That's a season low. They did against Gonzaga. That Texas Tech defense is also vicious as well. Matt Monet, 22 points, 4 from 8 for the 3-ball. And Jared Culver had 10 points. It wasn't, they hit the shots when it mattered. But overall, that defense prevailed. Cassius Winston from Michigan State, only 16 points. Matt McQuaid, 12 points. Kenny Goins did not score a single bucket. They were 18 for 14 from the free throw line. So it just showed that Texas Tech defense is just vicious also. They held Michigan State 31% from the court. Defense wins. And we're going to see two defenses tonight. They're saying this game's going to be very, very low scoring. They're saying this might be the lowest scoring game since the NCAA three-point line came into the game back in the 80s. On Virginia, no team in the country has gave up more points per game. On Texas Tech, no team in the country gives up fewer points per possession than the Raiders. It's going to be a very, very, very kind of low game. If you watch football, you're the type to hate those 3-6, those field goal games. I don't think it's going to be a game for you because this is kind of going to be in that category. So I hope it's going to be a high scoring, but I'm not going to bet my chips on it. I'm going to give Virginia the edge because they do have more weapons than Texas Tech. It's just going to be which offense can explode more on that defense. And I think Virginia has the edge a little bit. I have no word on Owens. He did get hurt against Michigan State, so don't know if he's playing. If he is playing, I doubt he'll be 100%. So that's going to be huge. And that's going to be something to look out for. So let me know who you got winning. Who you got taking off. Somebody's going to leave winning their first championship game. I got to be in Virginia. And I think we can kind of bury the whole UMBC, taunt. Especially if they win. But game starts at 9:20. I'm going to be tuned in. Hopefully you will. So with that being said, Sports Talk World, thank you for joining me. Terrence McCoy. See you later.